out of all of them that said they were going to turn up, she is the only one. So
I showed up.
She showed up. That's
I've
been
not
a
seen
week.
a pretty face in a while. Where have you been hiding? Yeah, you, Stuart. There's only one Stuart there.
Oh, I didn't hear you say Stuart. No, I've work's been sort of changing times, so I've been waiting for Ian to upload the classes to YouTube and then just do them later on.
Fair enough. I thought maybe you were just hiding until your beard had fully grown in.
I don't know if I can even claim that it's fully grown in yet, but
Well, it's a very bad camera on Zoom, so it looks fully grown in. We can't see the pen lines. It's fine. All right, I think this is all of you. Okay, so kit tonight. You're going to need either a grid roller, a bolster, or like a blanket or a couple of towels rolled up to make something fairly large. You're going to pop your hips on, so you want to get your butt off the air, all right? So go grab something. If you are not already prepared. Mostly prepared. Alan's just run away. There he is. All right, cool.
You've got a jumper wrapped in a towel?
It would probably be a couple of towels. You want something probably at least 20 centimeters thick.
I've only got one towel, but I've got two jumpers.
You could fold your towel in half. There we go. All right. So we're going to warm up a little bit with some perfect lunges, because I know everybody loves them so much. Okay. So we're going to take a little step back. Up we get. I know, making you stand up. What a dick. Oh, Lainey, that is not elegant. You're right. Need a minute.
I'm dying. I feel awful.
Oh, all right. I'm going to have to put you on mute so I don't have to hear you if you're vomiting. So we take a big lunge with that right leg. Come down to the floor. Right hand comes down to the floor. We're going to rotate up and just reach up to the ceiling with that left hand. There we go. Excellent. And back up. Left leg, left hand, and up. Do you know what? I don't think we have to stand up. Oh, there's somebody coming late. So we're just going to go from a plank now to make this a little bit easier. So hands to the floor, into that plank, and change feet. Right foot comes up, and then rotate round. That left hand, reach up. Back to the floor. Back to that plank. We'll change again. Left foot forward. And rotate round. Another late one, Lisa. There you go. And rotate round. Excellent. Back to the floor. And change. Left hand up. And back to the floor. Last one. Change. And right hand up to the ceiling. All right. So we've got a little bit of rotation going on there, a little bit of warming up in the hip flexors. So this is when we're going to need this bolster or grid roller or selection of things made into a bolster. And what we're going to do is we're going to bring this so it is at the top of your butt. So you want your bum up in the air here, okay? And we're going to be pulling in one leg close to the chest and extending out the other leg, all right? Holding this position. We're going to be keeping this leg locked out as well, all right? So let's get into position. Cool. Okay, so come on back over. And you're going to pull knees to your chest, wrap your hands around your left shin, pull your shin tight to your chest, extend the right leg, and then bring it down towards the floor, keeping that leg locked out. And keep that knee pulled in tight to your chest and hold that position. bring the right knee up to the chest, hands around the shin, pull that knee tight to your chest, straighten out the left leg, and then let that come on down. Point that toe, lock out that knee. Keep that right knee pulled in tight to the chest. Okay, both knees to your chest. So I want you to bring the knees together, pull them down to your chest, and you'll see that left knee should be straight in line with that left nipple. Try and keep it there. Don't let it drift off to the side when you come into the stretch. So pull that knee all the way into your chest, tight as you can. Extend that right leg, point the toe, and let it come down. When you're in that bottom position, I want you to try and push the toe away from you, like you're trying to come up on point. And just relax the knee, bend that knee, bring the right foot to the floor, and then pull the knee back into the chest. Both knees to the chest, pull them in tight, try and keep that right leg in that same position. Hands around the shin, pull that in, right knee into your chest, straighten the left leg, point the toe, bring that leg down and point it away. Stretch as far as you can, pushing that toe away from your body. And bend that left knee, bring the left foot to the floor. Pull that right knee in tight to your chest and hold. Excellent. Bring both knees to your chest again. So this time we're going to extend both legs at the same time. Keep them straight. Bring the heels down to the floor, keep the legs straight, and that should lift you up into a little bit of a stretch there. So you should be arching that back. But keep the bolster just above your bum still. Don't let it come up into your back. Bring your hands overhead. All right, so bend your knees, bring your feet up so they're on the floor, and then we're just gonna let the knees drop down to the sides so that the soles of your feet come together. Okay, bring your knees together. Let's sit up. Get rid of that bolster. Ooh, all right, so we're going to be working on pigeon stretch for a little bit now. We've got a few positions for the front leg. We're also going to be playing around with that back leg position. I'll just take you through the positions now, and then we'll do them all together, all right? So, first position is going to be, can we see, here, with this foot pulled in close to the body, all right? So you see I'm still in a straight line. This butt cheek is off the floor. Second position, at that 45 degrees here, and I'm rotating through, trying to bring myself in a straight line again. So again, my left butt cheek is off the floor, and last one there. We're bringing this out to you have a straight line in front of you with the shin, and we're going to rotate through. On this one, the knee will also come off the floor. You can use your grid roller or bolster, bring it into the side to lift you up and give you a little bit of support in this stretch, all right? The last one we're going to look at is going to be changing the position of the back foot, okay? So when we're in this stretch here, instead of being in a straight line, we're going to bend the leg here, which brings us into this little twist, and we're going to try and rotate through, keeping the legs both flat on the ground. We don't want to lift the butt up, because then we're going to put a little bit too much torsion on it. We'll warm up into that. We'll do that on the second time through. All right? Any questions on that? You all got it? Give me a little wave, a nod, or some. There you go. You're all probably alive. Sweet. All right. So for that pigeon stretch, onto all fours. I'm just desperately trying to avoid any really embarrassing positions so Ian can't put them up as a cover on the YouTube videos, but it's not going to happen. So bring that left knee up, so it's between your hands, and then just bring the foot out so it's just on the groin, and we're just going to sit back, okay? So we can bring ourselves down a little bit lower into the stretch, okay? And so try and keep that back flat though, don't round it. Cool, all right. So roll your weight onto your left butt cheek. Let's bring that foot out to about 45 degrees and then rotate yourself through and back in. So in all these stretches, I want you to try and keep your back flat and your chest up, okay? Your back foot, you should have the top of it pushing into the floor. Excellent, and rotate, come on to the butt cheek, bring that foot forward. So this is when you can use that grid roller or bolster to lift yourself up on this left hand. And we're going to rotate through, bring the knee and the butt cheek up off the floor. There we go. Use that right hand. If you want, take some weight onto that left ankle. You should feel this one a lot more in your glutes. You all getting that? Cool. And relax down. Bring that foot in. Okay. Then from here, in this position, we're going to bend that back leg, rotate it in, so we're sat back, and then we're just going to pull the hips through slightly to get a bit of a stretch on that right hip. So straighten out the leg. Cool. And we're going to change sides. So let's go. Back onto all fours. Right knee between your hands. Sit back. And we're just going to come into this stretch. Foot in close to the groin. Bring yourself down a little bit if you can. So roll off, foot comes forward slightly, roll back in. That's it, and come back, foot forward even more. Bring the knee and the butt cheek up off the floor. Back down. Bring that foot in nice and close. And this is where we're going to do the weird thing with the back leg. So bend the leg, bring it down to the side, and then we're going to rotate through. So pull the hips through. Make sure all of your leg stays on the floor. Don't let any part of it come up off the floor. Not just yet. Cool, and relax. All right, so that's that stretch warmed up, and we're going to go into this a little bit more depth now, all right? So our back foot, when we're in these positions now, in this first one, I want this foot out flat here, and let me show, we want this back leg locked out, and I want you keeping that back knee off the floor in the stretch, okay? This is going to be increasing that stretch through the glute, and it is going to be lovely, be absolutely lovely. All right, I'm going to try and do that for the first 2 stretches. On the one where we're bringing the foot out here, we're going to try and stay low. So instead of lifting the knee up off the floor, we're going to try and roll our shoulder down towards the extended foot. All right, so that's going to increase that stretch on that glute as well. All right, and on the reverse one here, when we're in this position there, what we're going to try and do is push through, lift that right butt cheek or this front butt cheek up off the floor, and bring this back foot as close to your body as you can. So you're basically turning yourself into a human pretzel. Okay, so these are all ways that will make this stretch harder and you'll get a bit more from it. If you can't manage it, just stay the way we were doing it for the first session, all right? We good? Sweet, all right, 3 nods. Wow, that's almost like you're living people. So let's bring that left foot forward. Remember, straighten out that back leg, bring that back knee off the floor, keep that chest up, and it's almost like you're trying to push your foot into the floor. The top of your back foot should be trying to lift your whole body up by pushing in nice and tight. Hold that position, and we're going to try and bring our hands up off the floor and sit up, keeping that back leg straight, back knee does not touch the floor. And relax. Cool. Let's bring that foot out, 45 degrees. Rotate through. Straighten out that back leg. Relax. All right. Oh, Alan got kicked out apparently. 1 second. All right. Sit back. Let's bring that foot in a straight line up. Rotate through. And remember, we're going to try and push this shoulder. So right shoulder, push down towards the right foot. Your back leg is still straight. If any of you have a job where you're sitting down all day, this one should be deeply unpleasant. Or if you just sit down all day. I mean, it doesn't have to be a job. You could be playing games, watching Netflix, drinking in a chair by the window, throwing stuff at people that walk by. All right, and relax. Let's bring that foot back in. Back leg. Up and in. So try and bring it so that your right foot is touching your right butt cheek if you can, or as much as your legs will let you, and then pull through. So you're trying to rotate through as much as you can. It might entail left butt cheek coming up off the floor, pulling at that right hip. That's it. And relax down. Straighten out that back leg. Let's change sides. Right knee forward. So straighten out that back leg. Push down into the floor. And then your knee just hovers above the ground. And sit up. Make sure that back knee is still off the floor. So you're pushing in the top of the foot, trying to lift yourself up with that back foot. Should start to feel that more in that left hip flexor. When you're pushing down, the harder you push down, the more you're going to feel that hip flexor. And relax. Bring the foot out a little bit. Rotate through and in. Straighten out that back leg. Oh, it's everyone's favorite stretch next. Nice little back stretch. Oh, calm down. Bring that leg out in front. Oh, cramp. Okay, rotate through. Remember, we're going to try and push that left shoulder down to that left foot here. So you can push with that right foot, right hand, sorry, to push you away from the knee. And relax. Bring the foot back in, back foot up. So sit down so it comes up left heel to left butt cheek. And then we're going to actively pull through. So bring that right cheek up off the floor so you can get a bit more of a rotation through. So you should feel this almost exclusively in that left hip. And relax. Cool. Let's bring those feet round. Give them a little shake. All right, so next one we're going to do is going to be the cruciform back stretch. We've done this one quite a lot of times, so I'll give you a quick demo and then we'll go through it. All right, so we'll be lying back here, hands out, our crucifix here. Right foot, left ankle. Take hold of the knee. For the first stretch, I'm going to keep the right shoulder on the ground. For the second stretch, I'm going to pull the knee to the floor and then try and get that shoulder down. So with this one here, we'll be stretching more the lower back. When we bring this knee to the floor and rotate through, we're going to be stretching more that thoracic spine. Okay, and we're going to do that in 3 positions. So we're going to be on the ankle, on the knee, and then at a right angle here. All right, so that's going to be 6 stretches on each side. All right, any questions? We peachy? Rory, I feel like your mustache is asking me questions, but I don't know what they are. Oh, that is a grooming tash. All right, are we ready? So lie back, like cruciform, right foot, left ankle, take hold of the left knee, keep that right shoulder pinned to the floor, and just pull that knee down. Okay, so the entirety of your right arm and shoulder should be pushed into that floor. Okay, now bring the right hand in, rotate round so that the right knee touches the floor, and then we're going to open up and try and reach across. Okay, make sure your left knee stays pinned to the ground. And relax, come back to the middle. So right foot just above the knee, take hold of the knee, and then keep that right hand down on the ground, pull the knee down towards the floor. Okay, bring the right hand in, roll over so that your left knee is touching the floor. Left hand on right knee, and then open up, keeping that knee pinned to the ground and just reach across. And relax. Back to the middle. And we're going to bring that right foot up so you have a right angle at the knee and the hip. Right hand across. And then just pull that knee across, keeping that right arm glued to the floor. All right, right hand in, and let's bring that right knee to the floor. And then we're just going to reach across, keeping that knee down on the floor, and just stretch out. And relax. All right, cool. Oh, now we're going to do the other side. So, lie back, into your little cruciform. We're going to put left foot, right ankle, reach across, pull the knee down, keep that left arm glued. Left hand in, bring the right knee to the floor, and then reach back with that left hand. Okay, back to the middle. Let's bring that left foot up onto the right knee. Reach across, pull the knee down towards the floor, keeping that left arm glued down. Excellent. Left hand in, left knee to the floor, and then reach across, keeping that knee down. And relax, back to the middle. All right, so let's make that right angle with the knee. Left hand out, pull that knee down towards the floor. All right, left hand in, right knee down to the floor, and last one. We're going to reach over, keeping that knee down on the floor. right, now bring the hand in and straighten out. Cool. All right, a little sit up. Excellent. All right, so we're going to do a couple of little hamstring and back stretches now. All right, just to finish up. If you have large calves, all right, and you'll know you'll have large calves because if you lock your knees out, then your feet come up off the floor. You're going to need your grid roller or bolster again to put your feet up on for the second stretch we're going to do. All right, but for the first one, we're just going to sit back, feet that wide. I don't know, almost like if you're doing a sumo deadlift or sumo deadlift high pull kind of width with the feet. Okay, and we're just going to roll down through the spine here. Let your hands come forward, and we're just going to sit in that position. So you should only really feel this in your back, unless you have really, really tight hammies. Keep that chin pulled into the chest. Try and look at your own belly button. And we're going to slowly sit up, keeping that chin tucked in, and then pull the chin up. Excellent. All right, so block for the feet if you need it. We're going to bring the feet together. What we're going to be doing is a hamstring stretch, but we're going to be it's going to be an active stretch. So what I'm going to want you to do when we're here is you're going to be squeezing your quads tight, okay? And we're going to be actively pulling with the abs to try and pull down as low as possible. All right, so we're going to be coming to here, big breath, crunching those abs to pull you down. So we're not using our hands to pull us down. It's going to be our abs pulling us down. We're going to hold those bottom positions, all right? So this should allow you to get a little bit deeper into the stretch, but it might get a little bit sweaty. Is anybody else doing this in what appears to be about 110% humidity? Just me? All right, fine, be like that. Okay, oh, no, Debbie ran away. Debbie, it's just a stretch. Should be fine. All right, so block out those quads. They should be really tight, okay? Those knees push back solid. Sit up straight, big breath. Squeeze with the abs, bring yourself down. Hold it there, keep crunching those abs. Breathe out, big breath in. Crunch down further. We're not pulling down with the hands. Hold that. Keep those legs tight, big breath. Crunch down more. Try and pull yourself lower into that stretch and hold it. Sit up. Oh, that's warm. Okay, we're going to do that one again. All right, we're going to be actively pulling those abs to try and get as low as possible, but I don't want you rounding your back. If you're rounding your back, we're not releasing those abs. Okay, let's try this again. Big breath in. Block out those legs. Come on down. All right, big breath. Crunch. Keep those quads tight. Big breath. Crunch. And again. And relax. Whew. All right, nice. So you can get rid of your little wedge, and we're just going to do a really short hamstring stretch up on the wall. All right. Let's come over to here. You can keep hold of your grid roller or bolster if you want to increase this stretch a little bit. What we're going to do is we're going to come up to the wall here. All right. Now you want to be in a position where you can keep your legs straight. So if that means you're back here, that means you're back there. All right. If you've got pretty flexible hamstrings and being in this position is not that much of an issue, that's when we can take that grid roller and put it under the back so it folds you, so we can increase that stretch from the other end. All right. We don't want a really intense stretch, it should be quite gentle. If you've got the same problem I have, where you do have larger calves, then you can actually put something underneath your heels as well. If you have enough crap to hand, a book, a yoga mat, a towel, something like that, and that will keep you in this nice gentle stretch position. Okay, I'm going to give you a second to get yourself sorted. We're going to be holding this stretch for 3 minutes. Okay. All right, everyone in position. Give me a thumbs up if you're ready. I just heard a squeak there. Was that you, Mika?
Of course, who else would it be?
I don't know. Good point. All right, you ready? And 3 minutes. Try not to move when you're in the stretch. It might get a little bit tingly or weird, but that's fine. Just hold it in position. It shouldn't be, that's why we're not going for an intense stretch here. It should be quite gentle. Try not to let your legs bend. So if you have to put your hands on them to keep them straight, then you can do that. Okay, cool. All right, so let's come out of this stretch nice and slowly. If you've got any support under your back, let's get rid of that first. Bend your legs, and then you can just bring yourself off that wall. Okay. That is us for this evening, guys. If you've got any questions, I am here. Otherwise, I will see you on Wednesday. Wednesday is, it's going to be a lot of overhead stuff. There's going to be a lot of traps involved. Could be traps and lats. So, yeah, you have been forewarned. All right. If you've got any questions, feel free to ask them. Otherwise, I'll see you on Wednesday. See you later, guys.
Cheers, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Thank
Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Doodles.